Just who can you trust in a close circle of friends and acquaintances? That's one of the big themes of episode 4 of Marvel's Secret Invasion. So let's talk about what goes on in this episode and a few of the big things that they're pushing forward. So in this episode, we get to catch up a little bit more with Nick Fury's private life, which again, that's been one of the constants in this, and specifically how he's dealing with his wife and the whole relationship that the two have, which obviously calls for Nick Fury to literally be away, sometimes for years at a time. This here is brought to the forefront as it's really important to the episode, and Nick Fury learning that James Rhodes is in fact a Skrull. Now, again, I talked about this in a different video, and if you just pay attention, you can tell that Fury was sort of aware of this, but he needed more confirmation, and you could tell that Rhodes was a Skrull, and it's confirmed here by Fury's wife. And what's interesting here is that the dynamic that the two have is a relationship with each other that's clearly built on respect and love, and she's willing to help Fury out even if she knows it's going to get her in trouble. She has grown attached to him in a way that she wasn't supposed to because that wasn't her mission, which I really like. At the same time, the plot in this episode is furthered in terms of Gaia, Talos' daughter, as we do have her come back. And we see that prior to getting shot at the end of the last episode, she survived by experimenting on herself, and we see that Extremis actually saved her. So when she was shot, we pick up there moments after where she recovers, and she goes and tells her father some of these ideas and asks for what is his plan. And, well, Talos' plan is, well, once this is all over, we're just going to ask the world for a place or to let us live, all 1 million of us Skrulls here in peace. And she's like, you're so naive. You think that they're going to let us here. We look different. Of course they're not going to. And, you know, that's, again, very thematic here for what they're going for. Overall, this episode has a lot that's going on in it, including a great action sequence, which I thought was really at the forefront of everything here in terms of, hey, look at what we can do with action instead of just sit down and talk, which again, there's nothing wrong with that, but this episode is shorter. It feels way better structured and has a great action sequence that really kind of sticks the landing at the end. So overall, this was a really good episode for all that. And it really pushes forth that Nick Fury has always been ahead, and maybe he's slipping a little bit, especially with the whole James Rhodes situation and the whole Skrull thing. And he was testing Rhodes at one point, or the Skrull Rhodes, just to see if it was in fact him and how naive he could be. And you could see that the Skrull was slipping up, which again is very important here to further tell you that Nick Fury, despite you know, all the problems some people have with his angle and everything, well, it's a little different here. It's all good. Things work out in the end because Nick Fury stays ahead.